So this week I have been busy, as you can tell, sewing. I've made 4 skirts so far. I'm going to make a jacket out of this, and this is going to be a skirt. And I just needed some clothes. I haven't had anything since way before Randy died, and I make my own skirts, and I tend to like my own jackets. So I'll just buy shirts to go under them. But so that's what I'm doing today, and I've been cooking this week. So I just thought we'd have a little talk. So my question today is, how did I get here? And don't fool yourself. You're probably asking yourself the same question. You know, I was thinking this morning while I was in there painting and I was washing up and stuff, and I got to thinking, you know, I'm 58 years old. I'm almost 60 years old, y'all. I'm a grandma. How in the world did that happen overnight? And as Randy would always say, one day at a time. But you know, it seems like yesterday I was riding the bicycle in my parents' yard, and my daddy was a farmer, so we had land on both sides of the house, and one was terrace, and I would run through those, and then I'd go play in the trees and climb over the old dead trees and run down to the clay hole and play around it. And it was just fun. I played in the hay barn. I worked in the hay field. We had hay in the summertime, and oh my, that's a hot job, y'all. Working in the hay field is a really hot job. And in the wintertime, we had pecan trees, and so we had to pick up pecans. And my brother and I would always say, if you didn't pick up pecans, Santa Claus didn't come. Of course, you know, we don't celebrate Santa Claus now, but back then, that's how we were brought up. But I went from being a young child and teenager. You know, I had ambitions and dreams, and I thank God that he saved me from some of the things that I thought I wanted to do in my life. And I thank him for where he set my pathway. But I never dreamed that I would be married at 19. When Randy and I started dating, I always thought if I got married, I would be older than 19, especially maybe 20. No, when Randy and I started dating, we'd only dated 2 months, y'all, when he asked me to marry him. And so I never dreamed I would be married in just a few months. I got married before I was 20. So anyway, to go there to being a young wife, and then we decided we prayed about it and decided to start our family. And there we gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and then another beautiful baby boy, and then another beautiful baby boy. And you know, there's memories all along there, and I know I lived one day at a time, but it was so fast. And then along came the daughter-in-law, and I wanted so bad to have grandbabies, and I got 4 I'm so blessed with. But I look at Abigail, she's 9, I'm thinking I was just 9. Now here I'm close to 60, you know. And then of course death comes, and sometimes takes our loved ones, and it did. And it's just amazing to me how fast time goes. You know, the Bible says life is but a vapor, and it is. It just seems so unreal that yesterday I was a young girl, and then the next day I'm a married woman, and then now I'm a grandma. So it seemed like it went bam, bam, bam. But it just goes so fast. And if there's anybody young watching this, I would say, and you have children, enjoy every moment of them, because the time you invest in your children is the best investment you can do. And if you invest in those children in a godly way, with God in the middle, you cannot go wrong. Even if they stray, you can't go wrong, because you've implanted into them. They know it's there. And all you can do is pray that they'll turn back and come back to God. But enjoy them. You know, my kids, when they were little, when I was brought up and Rainey was brought up to celebrate Halloween, and not like ghostly, scary, just dress up and go get candy. That's how we celebrated Halloween. It wasn't the like it is now. I never went to a haunted house. I couldn't handle it. I don't like scary stuff. But God delivered us from that. And I won't go into all that. There's videos here on YouTube that can help you. If you celebrate Halloween and you're thinking maybe there's something wrong there's videos on YouTube that can tell you the truth. Because if you get to reading your Bible, it clearly the Bible can tell you that it's not right. But anyway, God delivered us from it. And so, or showed us. He didn't deliver us. He showed it to us, and it was our choice. Do we celebrate it or we don't celebrate it? And it was our choice not to celebrate it any longer. But we still love fall. We love the cold weather. We loved hay rides. Our thing is, so we started new traditions. We have weenie roast, and we would Rice Krispie treats. I don't know why, but weenies, hot dogs, and Rice Krispie treats was our thing. But there was always something we played with our boys. We would start it out. I was always the mother hen, and I would give and you probably remember this game, some of you as you're older. Each one of our boys got a color, and their daddy a lot of times would be the wolf to start off with. And he'd come knocking on the door. And you'd say, who is it? And he'd say, the big bad wolf. And we'd say, what you want? And he said, I want a chicken. And we'd say, what color? And he would say, what color? And then if they named one of the colors, the kids would take off running, and he'd have to catch them. And sometimes he didn't catch them, just, to let them be, build their ego up. And then sometimes he caught them, and they were it. That tradition is now down with our grandkids. I remember the last time we had it. It was the September. Rainey went in hospital in October, and in September, we usually didn't have it till October. And but this time we had just gotten back from Vermont. I had a bunch of different things that I wanted us to taste. Daniel and Abigail both said, let's have the weenie roast. Let's have a weenie roast. So we did. And guess what? They played the chicken and the wolf. And I cannot get over Randy with multiple myeloma. That forms tumors, and things can break really easy. And, not being aware of that, not really caring at that moment. He got out there, and Andrew, our middle son, was chasing him. Andrew falls. But they had a good time, y'all. And I just thank the Lord for that last time they got to play it. But the grandkids, we had something at church the other night, and it was youth service, and Daniel was going to be working on the church the next day, the fellowship hall with Andrew, and so we just decided to spend the night. So we were out there sitting, just our Andrew and his family, and me and Daniel, and the kids wanted to play the big bad wolf. And so we played the big bad wolf. The next day, we're sitting in the fellowship hall. At the time, my knee was really bad, so I couldn't do anything. And I played big bad wolf with them. So I would be the chicken, and one of the kids would be the wolf, and they'd run around the fellowship hall, and then they'd come back. And so it's a tradition, that we carried on. But I look at Abigail and think, I was just that age. And now, I'm thankful for those traditions that we do share. But I just can't get over how fast the journey has gone. And if it's today or tomorrow or a year from now, I still want to be serving God. I still want to love my family. And I still hope to be doing videos. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and run my mouth a little bit about where did time go. If you got some memories, put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, share, because I love hearing y'all's stories. Just, I sit here on video camera telling you things in my life and sharing it. Hopefully one day, if I'm dead and gone, and the Lord tarries, the grandkids can see, oh, well, I remember Grandmama telling me about that story. I have to tell you, we went to the church that I grew up in last night. And they have really they've redone it on the inside, and it looks nothing like it did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, it was one room, and on the podium you had 2 classrooms. So it was a really small podium, and you had, the 2 classrooms. And I told Daniel, I said, Aunt Nellie had a class there, and I said that was the teenage class when I went into. And I said, you know where the bathrooms was? And he pointed straight back. I said, no, they were outside. We had to go to the outhouse. I said, that's telling you how old I am in it. Later, it wasn't long, we got bathrooms, but the Sunday school rooms are totally gone. They've added more other places, but he's done heard that story 1,000 times. He knew those classrooms was there. But I said, you're gonna, when you have children, you're gonna want to tell them about your childhood. And because even my boys, they talk about playing in the cornfield. I mean, the cotton fields. We've got so many flashlights back there where they have buried them over the years. They'd invite boys over, and they'd go out there and get daddy's flashlights and play hide and seek, and something happened to the flashlights. So, but it's good memories to have, and it's things I hope you enjoy the crazy little stories sometimes. I hope that one day my grandchildren, if, like I said, the Lord tarries, they get to hear them. They're going to wonder when they get to where I am now, they're going to wonder, where did time go? Because it goes so fast. So I hope that you enjoy every moment that the Lord has given you, and y'all take care, and God bless.